Hey guys, welcome back to my shop. So this week, or this coming week, I have a job where I have to install oak treads and risers on a set of steps. And I need a way to get my exact measurement and also the angle, because your stringers on your steps, which is the sides, they're never square to your riser. So I made this jig, which is completely adjustable. Just loosen some wing nuts here and you can slide it in and out like that. It goes from, I believe, 32 inches all the way up to 48 inches. And then you just tighten those down when you get your width of your step. And then to get your angle, you can adjust these guys to it. And you just put that on your tread, pencil the edges, move your saw, and then you make the cut. So if you want to see how I made this, stick around.
Like all of my projects, it started off at the table saw. I am using Baltic birch plywood for this build. It is 3/4 of an inch thick. I am cutting one piece at 2.5 inches by 2 feet, 2 pieces at 1/2 inch by 2 feet, 2 pieces at 1.5 inches by 14 inches, and then 2 pieces at 3.5 inches by 10 inches. There will be a link in the description on how to make this table saw sled. This sled is by far one of the best additions to my shop. These pieces are going to be the wings that measure the angle of the stringers. Here I am just marking out some angles just to make the wings look a little nicer. They are completely optional. You don't need to do this if you don't want. Off camera, I cut these angles using the table saw. I traced a washer on the arms that slide out to create a radius. I used my oscillating belt sander to round over all the corners and soften all the edges. I then used my router to give everything a 1/8 of an inch round over. And then there was just a lot of hand sanding. I then used my homemade horizontal slot mortising machine to create the slots in the extension arms. This machine is based off of Matthias Wandel's. If you ever get a chance, I highly recommend that you make one of these machines. I then glued on the side rails and then brad nailed them on with 1-inch nails. The brad nails are only used to help hold the slide rails in place while the glue dries. The slide arms were a little bit stiff, so just a little bit of sanding fixed that problem. Oh yeah. Next, I drilled holes for all the carriage bolts. I I used a Forstner bit to create a countersink so that the head of the carriage bolt would not protrude from the bottom. Now that all the holes are drilled, everything's been sanded and given a round over, all that's left to do is to assemble it. Those two holes in the middle, I drilled those by mistake, so just ignore them. I built this stair jig using some scrap plywood that I happen to have laying around and some carriage bolts and wing nuts that I've collected over the years. It was so satisfying to see this jig finally come together. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and you'd like to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so that you never miss a new episode. We'll see you in the next one.